And this is
Man.
another great gift for you. Is Taylor Sheridan the reason why you did this? Because you wanted to separate?
Yeah, right. Oh my God. No, I am so in love with the Sheridan verse. It's no, that's no secret for sure. I'm very grateful to be on that train all day long. Yeah, anytime. Anytime. This is just, I think it's really fun to have Homestead now because the Taylor verse, I stay on that train actively and I will continue to, but to be able to jump back and forth. I mean, the characters that he writes for me are very different than this character. So this is like what a fun world to be able to hit everyone's TVs on both angles. Like it's going to completely warp people's minds. I feel like it's already happening.
All right, are we Sarah? Are you Jenna?
Well,
What like
yeah, is she a villain? Is she good? But to be playing both of those simultaneously is a feat in itself. I got to tell you, even as an actor, to jump to Jenna and to play that perspective of goodness and really go from my heart and not let the darker tendencies of what a villain would access. When I first started this character, I had to really navigate that because I would walk a certain way or I would look down in a certain way. And even those tiny little things can shift a performance in a massive way. So I had to rewrite some of that. And it's all in the writing of the character's intentions. But once I get it locked in, then I'm good. I walk the way I need to walk. I can move the way my hands move a certain way, right? It's all goes together. But boy, if they get intermingled in any way, it's really confusing. And it would happen for a moment and I'd have to tweak it and fix it. So it's a cool thing as an actor to navigate that.
well, there's such empathy and love, and I think she brings the humanity to Ian and reminds him that we're people.
Yeah.
It's not just saving ourselves. There's
Yeah.
lives we have to do, and that's such a great aspect to this character as well. Did you
Yeah.
and Neil sort of talk those moments through, or did they give you breath
No.
to sort of find the love between the two of you and the humanity where you're comforting him and saying, these are moments where, yes, this is our farm and stuff, but we are helping the world survive too.
I mean, I like that you see that we're coming together, but even for me, I felt like we're moving apart a little bit. I think that him being concentrated on the task at hand is pulling him even from his faith seat. And I'm sitting there as his grounding element going, no, no, come back, right? It's going to be okay. It's going to work out. And it's such a major issue that's happening for him that he can't even see it. He's lost touch with his faith. He's lost touch with his grounding. So this is just a moment in a relationship where one person goes off over here and the other person's trying to be the anchor. And it's like, how do we bridge that gap? So for me, at least in these beginning episodes, I felt a wall between us that I couldn't get through. I couldn't get through to him. And I think you see that in a lot of these scenes is, Jenna's character going, I don't think I should be here. And he's like, this is your home, right? I'm in control of this. You have to trust me. And it's like, but it's not you, it's everything that's happening and how it's being navigated. It's not what we stand for as a couple. It's not our foundation. And so you watch that foundation being riddled in a very modern day way.
I mean, his original mission is to make this sanctuary for people to save. You
Yeah.
say, is this
Yeah.
an ark or
Yeah.
is this,
Yeah.
sort of like a prison for all of you? And I think that's a beautiful through line throughout
Isn't it?
and the series as well, because
Yeah.
that's different from so many other shows like The Last of Us or The Walking Dead, is we need to keep our humanity. This
Yeah.
isn't training each other for how to get.
Yeah.
This is remaining human at our core
Yeah.
and still starting the world again with that love, with that empathy, with that dream of being, better people for the world. And I,
Yeah.
I really think that's so special about the series, and about the film as well, is that what
Yeah.
you think is really going to touch the hearts of so many people who tune in or spend some time watching the film.
Yeah. Well, and even as you're speaking, I'm thinking, uh, this this concept comes to my mind. Be careful of the Eden that you keep because it can become the prison that you defend. And even forget post-apocalyptic. For I always say the apocalypse is now, right? It makes me think of these homes or these environments that we create, our Edens, our families. We're insular. We protect ourselves with our home security systems and our alarms, and we keep everything out. That's our Eden. That's our modern day Eden. But be careful what you create there, because if you're not open and connected to the people around you, they're no different than you. And so to have that compassion of thought and to be able to bridge out to those places that aren't those places, it's just the you outside of you. So her as a character is very much like me as a person. I follow a lot of the same ideologies that she does. And I think it's very interesting that I get to play her, that she's probably the closest character to myself as a human being. I play all these villains on all these other shows and these strong women and these clever temptresses, but I'm not really those people in real life. I'm really more like Jenna. So I think it's interesting me jumping into this character that is more like myself. I'm getting an opportunity to play the truth of who I really am and how I really see the world, what I really believe in.
It must mean so much to you then that you're seen, and here's a character that has dawn in her. Finally, you get to be this person
Yeah, but
yourself.
most people don't think they're enough, right? So here is my opportunity to jump into a character that's me, but I'm no different than other people, right? So I have to now go to battle against my own thoughts of that I'm not enough. So to make something great, you have to be better than you are. I have to be this conniving, clever, sexy thing. Those are those characters. But now suddenly I'm just a good person with like a heart that I want to help people, help animals. That's really me. But are you ever enough? You know? So I'm no different than you or anybody else watching this. I have my own insecurities and my own, questions on, am I interesting? Am I going to be enough? And so this is the challenge for me, Dawn, playing herself, more of herself than ever before. So there's a little insight of that.
You do this role such justice. There's beauty to her, there's empathy, there's heart, and you have to know how special this one is for you.
Yeah, it is. It's a big deal. Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking your time to chat with me. As I said,
Thank
longtime
you.
fan and so proud of the work you put in to the
Oh, thanks.
every role you do is just outstanding.
I go for it, girl. I just go for
You cannot, in every role you see, there is no limit. You
it. Yep. We're gonna take the
110 to.
governor off. We just gotta go for it. That's it. And do the same thing with this girl. Yep. We're gonna have a good time, that's for sure.
Thank you so much, John.
Yeah. Have the best day.